Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.
Hey, fine folks, this is Freedom Fighter, and today is Wednesday, November the 13th, 2024. This is Wiley's Wisdom Wealth Management Call, and I'm your host, Freedom Fighter. Folks, this call tonight is packed. I'm going to jump right into some quick announcements, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling because we have a lot of people, a lot of members with a lot of great information coming to you tonight from their experiences meeting with wealth managers at their bank appointments. All right. First, don't forget, Goldilocks QFS Dialogues Room is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where we are, myself, Wiley, not only sharing golden nuggets from Wiley every day and having fun, but that is the absolute room where we break down Goldilocks' articles that are brought forth by Goldilocks every day on the RV with all the real facts, no fiction, no foo-foo, receipts. Everything is there for you to see and vet for yourself. Then also, don't forget tomorrow, which is Thursday, the 14th, we have the Higher Learning Call with Anastasia and myself at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The topic is actually a surprise. You'll find out when you get there. But Anastasia is the one who introduced me to the RV back 12, 13 years ago. She is my spiritual angel, higher being, part human. Just amazing person. Then also, don't forget Dee's room, where Dee drops a ton of articles into her room every day related to the RV as well. And then the crypto finance room with Dave Big Dog. Also, anything related to cryptocurrency, that's the room. And then, of course, your daily podcast, Goldilocks Global Banking News, where literally, not figuratively speaking, literally thousands and thousands of people from around the world are tuning in, and hundreds of countries are subscribed to the channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Folks, tonight's call, there are several members that we're going to share. They're going to share their information with you. But just so that you know, some of you may not be aware that Wiley, actually his experience and knowledge of wealth building, wealth strategies, not only came from his own personal participation, but Wiley had a start on his wealth journey because Wiley exchanged during the Kuwaiti RV. There's not too many people you can communicate with, know, that is still around, that participated or exchanged at any RV. But this gentleman, not only did he exchange during the Kuwaiti RV, but a lot of the knowledge and the information that he shares in the room that is for you to learn about managing and growing your wealth. He has the relationships and he's done this himself. So when he drops the nuggets into the room, I encourage you to take advantage of the information, read it, pull it to the side, go back over it. It will benefit you in more ways than you can imagine if you take advantage of it now to begin to learn it and apply it once you have your wealth, and also while you're communicating with the wealth managers and the people that Wiley is sharing with you with the questions. You're going to hear from folks tonight that have taken the questions from Wiley, and large in part, besides the fact that they've taken upon themselves to put forth the effort and execute, it's because a lot is because of the questions that they got from Wiley, and they shared it with their wealth managers and began to establish those relationships. Myself, with my background in the international banking world, I've been able to as well share a lot of that information going back to the old room. I say OOLE, not OLD, the old room, where I began to train people as well to establish the relationships. Also, I know Wiley he's so humble, he may not want me to say this, but you all may not realize that many of the terms, many of the things you hear in dinar land, when it comes to 800 numbers, when it comes to Reno and places that supposedly all these things are happening with the RV, Wiley was at the very beginning. Wiley was actually one of the very first people involved with building the dinar land community from truth. And then Wiley went away when the community sort of took a turn. But now there is a brighter light shining on the community, and we're glad that Wiley has returned. Now, like I said, you're going to hear from some folks tonight that have taken the training that we've given them, the questions that Wiley shared. And you're going to hear from folks that have established relationships directly with bankers. You're not going to hear from one member, not two, not three, not four, not five, but actually 6 members. I guess maybe one of them can be considered a couple. Not maybe, but there's a couple, Zach and Amber. So maybe you can call it 5 folks, but it's 6 individuals that you're going to hear from that were at different stages. They're at different stages of their establishing those relationships with these actual bankers. And these relationship folks with these wealth managers, these are not just people that they're going to sit and meet with at the bank and twiddle their toes under a desk. These are the individuals that are going to exchange their currencies. And not only exchange their currencies, but these are individuals that they have established relationships with, whereby they will be able to build their wealth from the currencies they have exchanged. You hear all the time in dinar land these rumors, and they actually tell you they're rumors about people meeting with banks and high-level sources, and the uncle's nephew's dog catcher met with somebody that talked to somebody at a bank. When you're going to be introduced to folks tonight, these are no rumors. These are the actual people, where those folks that you may have heard so-called bank stories once every 6-7 months, and you never hear from those people again because they didn't exist. These are individuals that you can come into the Goldilocks QFS dialogues room, and they will help you. They will share with you what they have done by following what Wiley and myself has been helping members in the room to learn, all capped off by the information that Goldilocks shares with us, and we package it all together and present it to any and every one of you. These actual people, and not only these members you're going to hear from tonight, but other members in the room who are on this journey will be more than willing to help you to establish relationships and achieve the success as well. We're going to hear from Lady Unique, who has a very unique story. Not only when she first went to, I believe it might have been her second meeting with her wealth manager, but then the fourth meeting on October the 22nd, she just so happened to take her currency with her. And the banker asked her if she had her currency, took her currency and authenticated it. And a meeting before that, they told Lady Unique that she was on their contact list for currency exchange. Tier 1 bank. Then you're going to hear from Peculiar Ram, who had her meeting today. Actually, Lady Unique had a meeting today as well. I think it might have been her fourth or fifth, actually her fifth meeting. Peculiar Ram had her first. Last week it was scheduled, but she had death in the family and she was sick. She had to reschedule for today. And oh man, she came into the room earlier talking about how amazing this meeting was. And when we share that information with you, you're going to be blown away as well. Then you're going to hear from PR. PR, just like Peculiar Ram is actually having lunch with her wealth manager, who's going to drive an hour and a half to meet with her. PR, who you're going to hear from, already had lunch with her wealth manager. And she has several private and other wealth managers and the wealth team that she's met with, whereby she has literally multiple sources with specialties to manage her wealth already in place. Then you're going to hear from Zach and Amber as well, who very, very early, they were told by the VP of a tier 1 bank that they heard from the higher ups that the RV, the dinar revaluation is happening. And after 20 years, that VP thought it was a scam, but told them, nope, we got word, it's happening. Then, and that was before they established the relationship with their wealth manager. That was maybe 3 months ago. But last week, Tuesday, they met with the wealth manager. Now they're moving to the next level of preparing themselves for their exchange and their wealth. Then you will, last but not least, the amazing, wonderful, beautiful brunette Grand, who has her team in place. She actually works in a bank, works for a bank. Folks, grab your pen, your piece of paper, have a seat, sit back, relax, enjoy what you're about to hear from these wonderful people with Wiley and myself. You ready to go, Wiley? I don't see you. There you go. You can unmute, my good man.
Hey, I'm ready to cook when you are.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Hey, real quick, if I can, on the Quiddy RV thing, that was a little different because the currency actually flipped. It was demonetized, got rid of, and a new currency came in. So it's a bit different than what we're doing here. But I want people to know that it wasn't a true RV like we're looking at some of the stuff here, just if I could clarify. Also, you did a great job. And you know me a little bit, so I want to put this out there. And I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff personally. You've seen the receipts of what I can do and where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell the audience.
Absolutely.
I don't tell them where I'm at, but you know.
No. Yes.
If they stick to this plan, could they not be at the level I'm at, which is just shy of the level of people that I've talked about on my previous calls, that I rub elbows with?
Oh yeah, yes, 1,000%. And like you said, I've seen the receipts and have had communication with those individuals in those high places that are responsible for growing wealth beyond the average person. As a matter of fact, these individuals that you are connected to, that you will not see or hear from in the street, on social media. They don't advertise. They don't promote. These are the folks that are of real wealth that operate in secrecy. And because of relationships, because of the relationship that Wiley has with these individuals, that is why they only will communicate with individuals like myself or someone that's not directly connected to them, because of their relationship with Wiley. I can liken it to, and this is actually what it is, an invitation only type of relationship. And Wiley, I absolutely have seen the receipts with Wiley.
I just say that because I want to encourage people that you can be where I am. And further, if you just go build this relationship, wealth management is about relationships, growing them, growing out of them, growing into bigger relationships with the same people as they move through their career. You'd be surprised. These people all are connected. They're all in that same world. They talk the same language. You want to learn this language and move with them. You will be surprised. That's why we're trying to help so many here. I'm so excited about the people that we have on this call. We have our original OGs, PR and Brunette, that started this call, that started this kind of dialogue for everybody. And I'm so happy for the folks we have coming up here just real quick and what they've done and where they're at. And mind you, they were scared to get out of the shadow and go do this and nervous and drug it out. Outside of being sick and a few deaths in the family, but they mustered up that courage and they went and did it, and look where they are. And that's all it took, was getting out of that comfort zone, being uncomfortable, as you say, being uncomfortable, going doing this and getting over those butterflies and realize these people want to help you. That's what they're paid to do, and they work for you.
And what that reminds me of, as far as to sort of as far as receipt and confirmation, Wiley, you've mentioned on several of these calls that when people establish a relationship and they begin to build their wealth, or the wealth manager and the wealth advisory helps in building their wealth, that they will outgrow the wealth manager. You've mentioned that several times.
Yeah.
And then last week, and when Zach and Amber come on, they'll share it with you all. That's exactly what the wealth manager told Zach and Amber, is that they will outgrow him, the wealth manager. That's exactly what Wiley shared with us. And that's because of Wiley's experience, folks. Oftentimes, more oftentimes than not, when something is given for free and it's so accessible and readily available, people may not appreciate it. Folks, do not allow the accessible information and free information that Wiley is sharing to have you in a situation where you don't appreciate it. Because once it's gone, once the exchange, once the RV happens, this room will be closed. you won't have access to it anymore. Take advantage of it while it's here and while Wiley is sharing it. All right. Ready for Zach and Amber? This the crew right here with Brunette Grand, Zach, Amber.
Yeah, we need some Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train intro music for these. They do bring the fun, but yeah, let's bring it in. They do.
All right. Let's go. Zach and Amber, fly on in on the yellow dragon carpet.
Hey.
There you go.
I was going to crinkle crash before we came in here. That's the intro.
Oh, you got the crumbles going?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what are you guys up to? I hear you're at the bank every other week. If it ain't, if what are you passing Lady Unique when you cross at the bank? You two just, she gets done with her appointment, you guys walk in behind her?
Well, Amber's at the bank. I'm in that alley by the dumpster.
It's at the Piggly
Wiggly. They don't allow him to park his truck out front the bank anymore. Something about property values going down or something. Seriously, what are you guys up to? We know you just went to the bank. I know you shared a little bit with Freedom Fighter. He shared with me a bit, but in your own words, kind of tell us where that's at, because we know you've had great success after no, we're not doing this. You've come back in, they turned around, had a whole change of heart, and said, no, we are doing it. Where are you at today?
Well, today, so when we start with the appointment and then go from there, or is that?
And however you want to start, Amber, just tear it off and let's go.
So we went to the bank wealth management, and the guy came and met us at the door. Yeah, he waited for us to come. So we parked and we came in, shook his hand, and we told him about the things that we wanted to do, because I already talked to him a little bit before our appointment. So he kind of knew the gist of the inheritance thing, but we were just talking more at the appointment. So we went in there and we told him what our goals were about, getting Zach retired, of course, and and being able to live off of to basically, we wanted to have I know, gotta get him retired, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
But basically how we wanted to we kept thinking about you, Wiley, about that whole living off the interest, the principal of the account. Yes, that was our big thing. And so we started to talk to him, and he was answering questions that we had that you had put down on the list.
Yeah.
Like half the list, he kept asking and answering the questions.
Right. So we introduced ourselves. I told him what I did. Amber gave him a little background of her, and he told us a little background about him, what he did prior to wealth management. Just
he was a teacher.
He was like an open book.
Mm-hmm. And we really like that he was a teacher, because we're kind of slow. So I said we need teaching.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You gotta talk slow to us. No.
Right. So he basically asked us what we were trying to do, and we told him that our main goal was generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, generational wealth. And what we loved about, what he liked about us was after he had answered most of Wiley's questions, and we asked the remaining questions that he didn't answer, he kept saying, great question. Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
He was like, most clients don't have questions. I'm really doing all the talking, but man, great question.
Yeah, he actually told us, I was like you guys actually came prepared. I was surprised you came in with a folder and everything.
So we had the Guru plastic folder, the clear folder.
Yep.
From the Foo Guru.
Yep. we have baptized it. It's all good now.
Yes, it's not evil anymore.
It's converted.
Okay,
Did
converted.
you just hand him your project folder and all that, and he just file it in the trash can next to you because you ain't gonna be needing that?
Yeah, we had a little bonfire out in the backyard.
Yeah.
So these boys were expensive. So we were ready and surprised, and he loved the fact that we were ready, and he loved your questions, Wiley.
Yes.
Loved them.
Yep. Yep. For
Because it
basically,
shows you were prepared to
Mhm.
talk to somebody legitimately about your future.
Yes.
yes, exactly.
And because we read your questions beforehand, we weren't nervous going in there because it was like you're a fiduciary, you work for us,
Right.
so we shouldn't be nervous,
That's
and
right.
I think it was the nervousness is what took us so long to go to wealth manager because I'm thinking we have to come in there with money, guns blazing, bang, bang, bang. But
Nope.
no, it's best to be prepared so you're not
Yeah.
again running around with the chicken with your head cut off.
Yes. So we had a serious moment, and one of your questions really stuck out to me while I was glazing over them. And I was like, so if something were to happen to me, how would this process move forward to protect my family? And he
Yes.
gave us he gave us the whole spill of that, and it was like, Nish say swah, okay, hey, he's on top of things.
And the questions that he couldn't answer, he definitely got back with us with those answers, and we'll do more of that on our meeting next Thursday.
Yeah.
But like about the trust and about having a whole wealth management team, and he was like, again, he said, eventually, I want to work for you, so you outgrow me. That's what I want. I want you to outgrow me, where I can just put you onto the high steppers, to the high. Yes, definitely. That's his goal.
See, and I love that because that's straight up honesty,
Mm-hmm.
as well as a little bragging from him a little bit that he's going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because I like a guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a guy with a bit of arrogance because it's like, okay, all right, challenge accepted. Let's see if you can get me there.
Bingo. Bingo. Yep. And I'm like, well, if he's saying that, he's probably done it. So
Right.
That's why he said it, because he's done it more than once.
Yes. That was what made me look at the ceiling tile, and you were just all over my dude. I forgot him. My God.
How much uncomfortable silence after he said that was there?
I kind of felt bad because it was clearly visible. As soon as he said that phrase, my eyes rolled in the back of my head, and I just had to like bite my lips, and I just
Stayed away.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
like, wow.
Stayed away. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what we're not telling you and what you're not walking in and finding out and hearing back. Not exactly what we're telling you is going to transpire or happen or materialize for you, and they're going to tell you about that.
It's like everything that you have told us, it's like we read the script to a movie, so we know exactly how everything is going to go, and it's just mind blowing.
Yes, and he's not our only wealth manager because we do have appointments with other ones, but I do like him as like the main guy.
Yes.
Because again, the education thing got to me, and the fact that after our meeting, he emailed us a couple of times, and then he called too for follow up to see if we had any questions, and that our next meeting we're going to be meeting with the trust lawyer.
Yes.
And
yes, he told us to get a list.
Is that internal? I'm sorry, Zachary. Is that internal? The trust lawyer?
Yes.
To this guy? Okay, perfect. So now we've got a team structure building in there. Okay, and I like the fact you're going with getting a trust lawyer to talk about your wealth and your protection of your family. Zachary, pick up from where you're going to say.
Yes, and so basically, I was going to just add that was our homework for the next meeting. Get a list of people. And what did it say? A list of people?
A list of the people that we want on our trust and their information and how much we want to give them to decide whether we wanted
revocable
or irrevocable trust.
Irrevocable trust. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And
That's
then he
just
also,
so it
oh,
can't be
sorry.
changed once you set your mind and you set it. It's kind of set in stone. It's there.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And then I also told
Well,
him about our dream. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm so proud of you guys. You guys, it's every time I hear from you, you are continually growing in this and
Right.
expounding and just learning more. And the beauty of this, even though you said this is a movie, Zachary, or your script,
Hmm.
this is your script. This is
Right.
you and Amber's script. This is your
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
And write it how you want it because it's your story to tell.
And well,
That's
I
right.
do have to give a shout out to Lady Unique for the inspiration. It's like that was the jump off. I mean, she
Hmm.
almost caused an
Yeah, her
accident.
story made me say, "Oh, okay. I guess we do need to see somebody now and not wait."
Yeah.
Because for the longest, I was like, "I'm gonna wait. We gonna wait."
Whoa,
Zach's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "We gonna wait
what
so
do you?
we
Whoa,
can
whoa,
get the
whoa! Back
video.
up,
Because we
Amber.
gonna wait."
You were gonna wait? And what would you tell to somebody who's saying, "I'm just gonna wait"? Knowing what you just said, are you gonna tell people, "Oh, you better get on it," or oh, just wait until it happens?
No, 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 no. I
Mm,
say not to wait. Don't wait at
exactly.
all. Like, don't
Exactly.
wait. That was my mindset for the longest. I kept thinking we would have a better hand to deal with the wealth manager if we waited until we exchanged. But then I kept thinking no, because we might have a better hand, but we might not pick the right one because we're so,
It's too much.
anxious and
It's too much
everything is
risk.
going on. Yeah.
Too much risk and too much chaos going on all at one time. You got to make it smooth and seamless as possible.
Right.
Frida
So the
Farrell
unique
listened to these
story.
two.
Yeah.
Listen to
No,
these
it's
people when they started because
I
here they
know.
were like, "Oh, let's just walk in. Up, well, we screwed that up. Well, let's
Uh-huh.
go and let's coach them up, send them back in." And now look at them. They have
Yeah.
planned for the exchange. They have planned for wealth management. They are planning for their families and the trust associated with those they want to protect afterwards. I mean,
It's
Mhm.
my
amazing.
God,
I'm
We
loving
have
it.
grown. We
And
have
he,
grown.
Yeah.
he also he asked where I had an account and I told him it was at Chase. So I'm sorry. Well, yeah, so it was at the bank that I
okay, that's all
that
right.
yeah, so whoops. And he took that he took that information down, didn't he? Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, why would he do that?
Well, I know he wanted to be ready, so when everything happened, it'll be
I
a
have a
smooth
quick.
adjustment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
Mm-hmm.
quick. For clarity and context, if my memory serves me correctly, this wealth manager, are they affiliated with the initial bank that you met with, or separate?
Affiliated.
Yes,
Okay.
affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Freedom Fighter likes to ask rhetorical questions for teachable moments. So, because I know it's affiliated, but it's off-site, correct?
Yes,
At a
offsite.
different
Yeah.
at a different location. So for
Yes.
folks listening to this for the first time, you may not know who Zach and Amber, you may not know their story. So Zach and Amber initially, like Wiley mentioned, they initially went and they had guru foo-foo breath at one particular a particular branch months ago, but they were
Dragon breath.
so dragon breath. Halitosis over there. And so and so they came to the room and they allowed us to help them to clean some things up. They went back, and this particular location where they did their due diligence up front and they knew which place to go to. They already had a relationship as far as an account. They went in, and Zach and Amber, I think Amber's at the teller window talking or something. Let me back up. When they screwed up, then they went back. I think Zach had to make a deposit, right, Zach?
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Well, my memory's coming back a little bit. Okay. So Zach had to make a deposit. So Amber and Zach goes to the bank, and but before they had sent an email to the vice president / branch manager, and Zach and Amber mentioned in the email that they had an inheritance or something coming, maybe had some currencies or something, and they went to the branch, and the vice president branch manager approaches Amber at the teller window and Zach and it's like, hey, I got your email, but due to policy, I'm not able to respond to your email. However, I got it, and I've been in this business for 20 years. And I was always told that the Iraqi dinar and RV was a scam. However, I've just gotten word from my higher ups at headquarters that what, Amber?
That it was happening, and he said this was the first time in 20 years that he had heard that the dinar was finally going to be revalued, and that it was
Boom.
happening.
Right.
From his higher ups. Yes,
Came
sir.
from and so, folks, this is why they're at the teller window, and Zach and Amber are looking over their shoulder like, did this man just say this on camera? And we got audio of this? How is he able to talk so freely like this?
This wasn't in the office. This was in the main lobby.
Yes.
Customers are everywhere.
It's amazing. So in the main lobby, he's told Zach and Amber that the Iraqi RV is real. He got from the higher ups. It's going to happen. And so at that moment, of course, they walked out, went into Zach's truck, and they went crazy ballistic and just excited, awesome. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we basically resembled those speed walkers.
Right. So at that moment, they were so excited. They shared with us in the room, so forth and so on. But then there were so many other members that were like Brunette Graham and others, and PR and others, and of course, Lady Unique, with stories of establishing relationship with wealth managers. Zach and Amber felt, well, hell, what we probably don't need a relationship with a wealth manager. The VP already told us it's happening. Well, we good. But then once they heard Lady Unique's story, they said, hold up, maybe we do need to establish a relationship with the wealth manager, even though the VP told us that the RV is going to happen and they got it from the higher ups. So this meeting that you guys had with the wealth manager is affiliated with the bank, but at a separate location. Now, it's very important to know that this wealth manager, the Wiley's questions, you guys were set and ready to go. Along with that, they know you have currency.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Man.
Now, just think. Remember, because I remember that at that conversation at the teller window, he asked you what currencies you had.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he sure did.
It was in the email that I sent him, the second email before we came in, and he came to us. And he had down there. Yeah.
And he even asked you about a specific currency that if you wanted to exchange it then, and you said, what? No.
No, we'll wait.
You said you'll wait. I remember you said you'll wait because naturally you want to wait until it goes up.
That's right.
So now fast forward to this meeting you had with this wealth manager off site at the other location, although an affiliate. You don't think that wealth manager didn't get the info from this VP of the branch to tell him that you have foreign currency?
I was thinking I wasn't sure. That thought crossed my mind, but I wasn't exactly sure.
This is absolutely when if you guys heard what Peculiar Ram and Lady Unique, their experience as well. This is how these banks operate. They've done a profile on you already.
Yeah, because he took my license, and he said that he was gonna do a background check.
And my license too. Yeah.
Oh, you guys left that part out.
Yeah, they're already doing due diligence.
I guess we did, but behind secrets. No.
Yeah, this is like going to court. You're only getting half the story. Wait a minute. Oh, he had this. He was at home with his wife. What? Oh, well, innocent.
We have to remind you, you are under oath. Zach and Amber. So they know. See, just think how open This wealth manager was from the questions that you shared from Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
Just think, he has your profile already and know that you have currencies.
Oh man.
They know what's going on. It's so now when you're talking about um, uh, retiring, Zach, you're talking about you want to establish generational wealth. They want you to come back now to meet with their CPA and the trust lawyer to talk about in the names of the family members to be in this trust. They already know what your goals are based on what you have. They know your assets that you hold. And they already know because you told them.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And they've already done their due diligence. They've already run your backgrounds. I guarantee you, next time you go in, that's done.
Exactly. And doing their due diligence, Wiley, when they do their due diligence, Wiley knows it's better than anyone. They do their due diligence. They can look up to see what currencies you hold. These banks are connected to the Treasury Department.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. So they probably know.
I don't know if you know that. Every time you buy a currency, those registered dealers have to send that information up. The denominations you bought and the serial numbers have to go up to the Treasury. And that gets put on file.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's everything. Wow.
So they're taking you guys so serious because they see you came prepared with those questions from Wiley, and they know you're just not any average person coming off the street that has currency. You are someone. You are folks that are prepared. And you're serious, and they can look and see what you have. They know they may not know your exact quantities because now hold up. Now let me think about it. Zach, did you tell me? I'm not sure. I don't remember that you have some currencies already deposited in this bank. I don't recall.
No, we didn't tell them that.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
They just know that you have it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they already know you have the currency. You are talking about generational wealth, and you're talking about planning. You come prepared with all these questions. They know you don't have one or two notes just sitting in an envelope to talk about generational wealth.
You guys are probably 2 meetings away from being where Lady Unique is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. So I guess it was a good thing to get his Christmas present early.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm feeling a velociraptor or something.
I made sure that was in the back of my head. Wiley said, ask him what their book is. I'm like, no, what? Let's find out what he loves. And since we're so close to Christmas, there we go. So I got to find something either Lord of the Rings or Jurassic Park for him.
And I'm thinking, folks, you may not know this as well, because a lot of people, this is the first time them hearing about Zach and Amber. But not only, because they mentioned a few minutes ago when they started how this wealth manager met them at the door when they pulled up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's that. Let me tell you what I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see consistency in the communication between the wealth manager and the VP of the branch, because when you guys went to the branch, that VP approached you. Did he not?
Yes, he sure did.
And said, hey, I got your email. I couldn't respond because of protocol, company protocol. I couldn't respond to your, and folks, just so you know, the reason why that the email that Zach and Amber sent was related to currency. They're not going to respond to that email.
No, because what would happen is Zach and Amber could get it and go post it online and set the online community on fire.
Yep. So he didn't want to be on record with a paper trail to respond to that email. But when he saw Zach and Amber in the branch, hey, I got your email. I'm sorry I couldn't respond. I did get word from my higher ups that the dinar RV is happening because he saw your damn email.
And I learned that from my engineering college. Always make sure that you're on their mind. And what better way could I do it without actually doing it?
There you go. There you go. You planted that seed. See, and
Yeah.
that vice president, that vice president and the wealth manager, they had what's called a briefing, just like they had a briefing about Lady Unique.
Okay.
Just like the assistant to the gentleman I forget the title with Peculiar Ram, the initial person that she was going to meet with, his assistant talked to Peculiar Ram. They did their due diligence on Peculiar Ram to figure her out to see if she's worthy. They're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get Peculiar Ram with someone else who's higher, has more, and get her a whole team put together, because they did a profile. They did a briefing on her,
because they know what her needs are going to be. So they're trying to outthink her and have the preparedness for when she walks in, and they're going to lay it all out.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense now why he's saying what, because I was in total I was just lost, like, why is he being so convenient? Because I got straight off of work, got home, changed clothes into something better, more presentable, and we made a beeline there. We got caught in traffic. We were late. So we were talking about it, and he was like, well, on our next visit, let me know, and I can arrange somewhere closer to meet you, to basically meet you guys. I'm like, whoa.
Meeting you on your terms.
On your terms.
Whoa. I was like, whoa.
See, you guys, and this is something that Wiley has shared in the room so many times, and I think many people missed it because they're not aware. Wiley has shared the information on high net worth clients. You guys, Brunette Grand, Lady Unique, Peculiar Ram, all of you who have taken those questions from Wiley, you've done your homework, you've gone in there, you are profiled as high net worth clients, because they know what you have coming.
We had told him the house that we wanted and the amount that we were talking about for this house. So Thursday, he said he's going to have the mortgage team there, because he's like, no, you shouldn't pay cash for the house. You should do a mortgage on it. The 20% was, going on about that. But he said there's a high mortgage company, not company, but department for those high priced houses and for those high price clients who have money. That's who's coming to the meeting next Thursday also.
Now also this is also what Wiley shared with everyone listening to this. Wiley shared you should not pay cash for a house. He said this is something that a mistake he has made before, but you should take portions of your returns and find it. Am I right, Wiley? This is what you shared.
Oh, 100%. Because what they're going to do is they're going to bring these people in. They're going to show you how to do this. They're not going to show you. They're going to say, this is what we can do for you. And you're going to be like, well, let's do that.
Wow. I'm so sorry. Not to cut you off. I totally forgot to mention that to you, Wiley, that he basically said your exact words, don't pay cash for it. We can structure it this way. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Whoa.
And you don't even have to worry about the payment, because that bank is going to take your interest, have that loan in their bank, and they're going to make the payment automatic for you. You ain't even going to see it. It's going to be seamless.
And folks listening to this, don't be concerned about your credit score. You don't have to be concerned about issues with credit, because you have cash that they will leverage in the open market.
And that's what he said. That's exactly what he said, because I was like, with mortgage, I'm like, well, we don't have the super 890 credit score. And he's like, oh, no, your balance is the credit score.
Yes, they're going to leverage it.
Let me go back to what Freedom Fighter said, and this goes for everybody on this call. Everybody listen to this. You are a high net worth client. You don't know it.
Right.
Oh, my God.
That's why I'm saying walk in there, know your elevator speech about where you want to go, know those questions, know know your plan, and they will treat you like that client.
Mm-hmm.
And the carpet will be rolled out with or without white gloves. That's optional. And you will be surprised.
Wow.
See,
You all already are high net worth clients.
you already are.
That's why I'm
Yes.
trying to get you all to think like one.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
See,
You don't have
because
to act like one. Look at me. I'm silly all day long. But when I walk into my bank, I can be silly with some of them, but I'm pretty professional with them because it's business, and I'm treated at a certain caliber and a certain level when I walk through that door. I don't even go to a teller window. The president of the bank walks out and says, "Hey, Wiley, how you doing this morning?" I said, "Great. I'm just here to see, whoever I'm here to see that day." He goes, "Yep, I know you got that appointment. Let me escort you back. How you doing? You want a coffee?" I'm like, "Nope." Because you're at a different caliber, folks. All of you are.
just
And you
just
got
think
to
of,
understand that the other side. And Freedom Fighter knows this more than anybody because he's worked in that environment.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Freedom. Didn't mean to cut you.
And no, you're good, Wiley. I want to piggyback on what folks you just heard. What Wiley said, that when he goes to the bank, he's treated a certain way. He doesn't go to the teller. He's a high net worth client. Now watch this, Zach and Amber. When you went to meet with the wealth manager, were you not treated like a high net worth client? Met you at the door?
He called us by our name as soon as we walked in. He was talking to someone. He turned around and looked at us. He said, "Zach, Amber." We were
Now,
like,
I
"Hey."
have a question for you.
Yes.
Is this the first time you met this person, this wealth manager?
Very first time meeting him in the flesh.
How does he know who you were?
Right.
They did what's called a briefing.
Somebody did some due diligence.
Wow.
The bank did.
The bank did. They never seen you. This wealth manager never saw you. This is his first time meeting you.
Yes.
And it's not because you got there at the exact time or 5 minutes before the meeting. He already had the due diligence background check that he did on you guys and getting your driver's license, your ID. That was to confirm what he already had up front, because he's connected to the bank that already has your profile and your information.
Oh wow.
Right.
And just for FYI, he said that he is our direct connect. Whatever we need to know, he'll find it out for us. He'll go to whoever he has to, and we communicate with him.
And he's
Now-
available 24/7, 365, and all the numbers. And he's like, "I'll even get up for you at 3 o'clock in the morning if you have a question. It doesn't matter."
Now watch this.
Because
No,
you know why? You're a high net.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead. I was putting the words right in my mouth. I can't say it again, Wiley. One more time for the people in the back.
Because you two are a high net worth client. I guarantee you get up in the middle of the night and you call him in at 3 a.m. Say, "Hey, I just wanted to say hello. I want to buy a house. Think we can make that happen? I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take that call.
My hands are just shaking right.
See,
right
he knows. See, and for those listening, you may be thinking, because this is what Zach and Amber were thinking initially, after the vice president already told them that he got word from his higher ups that the RV is happening and is real. They thought, okay, we're fine. We don't have to do anything else, and that was fine. They could have. But they decided to take the next step based on the questions that Wiley was sharing, and they're hearing from other members in the room. Now, watch this. Now, they instantly were flagged in the system, in the banking system, as high net worth clients worthy to go to the next step once they stepped out to establish this relationship with the wealth manager. Now, it is just because they may not have the final amount in an exchanged asset that they have, it doesn't matter to the bank. The bank knows the RV is coming, and they know that there's only going to be a small percentage of people that are participating in the RV. and they have a chance with Zach and Amber in their face, in their system, establishing a relationship, they have a chance to have this wealth come on their books. Zach and Amber is coming in there talking about generational wealth. Generational wealth.
Is you walked into them.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a feel for you, going like, oh, this is a nice couple.
Mm-hmm.
We can help them.
Mm-hmm.
They've done some homework. They know where they want to go. They're talking about generational wealth, want to retire Zach. You guys are just building on your rapport. And they know you don't have money. They already know that. They've seen your bank account. They already know, but they know what you're coming into, and they want to be there every step of the way to guide you as you figure this out. They're wrapping more people around you to build your dragon team.
Oh, God, I'm gonna have to get a bigger carpet. Jesus.
Now I'm gonna tell you what Wiley just said is so key, and I just thought about it. And this is what they're doing. The reason why, with all of you, that with PR, with Brunette Grand, Peculiar Ram, Lady Unique, all of you, glass half full, it doesn't matter, all of you in the room. The reason why these banks are wrapping their arms around you, they're trying to rapidly build a team around you, because the faster they build a team around you, they know most likely you're not going to go to any other bank. They know your value.
Because when you make money, they
make money. Yes.
That's the fiduciary aspect. When you win, they win. And they want to grow that relationship as long as they can. Your life is going to change. And I don't think you two have quite wrapped your hands around that quite yet.
Yeah. See, just like the RV is a chance of a lifetime for all of us, it's a chance for a lifetime for these banks as well, because this is not going to come around anymore.
Yeah, all those dreams everyone's had that have just been out of reach for them, they just became within reach, and dreams beyond that are now within reach.
And Wiley, this is why also you think about it, why they've invited Lady Unique and Peculiar Ram at that specific bank to try to be on a daggone advisory panel. They want to give them responsibility and elevate them so they don't go anywhere else.
Exactly. We want to promote you folks because we put you through it. Who better to talk about what we can do than somebody we just did it for?
It's like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like it's like a job mentality or what do you call it?
On the job training, OJT, or
no, it's the multi-level marketing
mentality a bit. Yeah, it's a bit
right. Is make you so busy by being busy that you can't go nowhere else. Overwork someone. You know what I'm saying, Wally? Overwork you, give you so many responsibilities, you won't even think about going to another bank because you're so busy with them.
Your bank wants the two of you guys in the worst way. He was prepared. He knew who you were. The amazing part was he was already answering the questions that I had already given you. The only thing you had to do was throw the one or two you didn't know, but it made you look even more prepared. And in his mind, it's like, I am going to be with these people. You are calling me. I am your guy. That's why you've been moved up the chain, because they're all like, yep. It's the HR process, right? That first person says, yeah, I think we can work with this person. Let's move them on up to the next phase, right? So then you go in there. It's like, oh, he's. I don't think we can work with these people. Going to pass. But the next guy come in. He's like, oh, he made it past stage 2. Man, you guys are on stage 3, 4, and you're moving on up.
You know what this reminds me of also, Wiley? It's like, and you guys think about this because you all can probably kind of relate to this. The way you guys are being treated, you literally are being treated as high net worth clients. It's like a professional athlete that just signed a contract, a major contract to make millions of dollars, but he hasn't gotten his paycheck yet. Let him go to the car dealer. Let him go to the bank. That money didn't even go into his bank account yet, but they're going to treat him like a high net worth individual because they know what he has coming.
Yeah.
Hence why they're coming to you. It's like,
Exactly.
my job is, and they know this.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the beauty that they love. They work for you, but you don't treat them like that. That's what they love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You treat them as an equal and a valued partner of your team.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep at that level, man, you two, I'm not worried about you. I mean, you are going to go far. You really are.
Yeah. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I can't be happier for you two because you just keep growing. You just, and you always leave out that little nugget that's huge for us. You always got to keep
right.
free to on that.
we gotta dig it out of them.
That's like it's kind of like a trigger effect. He said this. Oh, yeah.
And you guys are meeting next Thursday again, right? On the trust with the trust lawyer. Okay.
Yes,
and you got to come with
mortgage people.
Yes, sir.
Just imagine when it's time for you guys to exchange, you're already going to be, your team is already in place. You don't have to go vet no one, figure this out. You're going to be able to go into one central location, do your exchange, and the same bank, same relationships to be able to build your generational wealth.
You know, Freedom Potter and Amber and Zach, do you realize that you are even further ahead than Lady Unique in this, and the fact that they're already setting up your trust and just waiting for you to fund it?
You know, Lady Unique is still here.
Do you know what that would cost an attorney to go do today?
Whoa.
Several $1,000s.
Didn't even think about that. Jeez.
Oh, so you mean they don't have to go back to that old room and get that guy's trust? No, let me shut up. Let me stop.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, they're not laying out any money for it right now. At all.
Nope.
The bank's giving it to them, and they're like, "Hey, when it happens, we'll just fund it. But let's go ahead and do that work now, get that out of the way, because we're going to be showing you other things when this happens. Let's get the small thing out of the way. To them, it's small. To you, it's huge because you're trying to protect family. To them, we do it every day, not a problem. We'll take care of it.
See, because you're right, Wiley, because they're not going to. They're not going to introduce them to a trust attorney and CPA and all that if they don't aren't comfortable already with them, what they have coming. They know.
Bring the names of everybody you want in your trust. We'll take care of it. What?
And that's what I love about it, because it was he was looking at us dead in our eye the whole time. That's one thing I loved about it. Like, yes.
Because they know you've been, you like the saying goes, there's levels to this. Internally within the banking world, they operate in levels. You guys have graduated from one level to the next by going to establish this relationship with the wealth manager. Because if you didn't do this, you would have just, let's say, remained at the, and I don't want to say bottom level. You just would have been, but you would have eventually gotten here. They would have came for you once you did your exchange, because the vice president already knows that you have currency, and he already told you that from the higher ups that the RV is happening. So he already had you figured out. But once you took the step from the questions that Wiley gave you, and you took it upon yourself to go to your next level, now they're going to meet you where you are. They're going to meet you at that level with the wealth manager.
They moved you up through their structures, and they passed that. They passed the next tier. Hey,
yes,
this is a high net worth client that we can deal with. They're going to need some molding, some hand holding, some stuff and they love that.
Right.
Because they can help build you, educate you, and show you what was never been taught. And that's how money works.
And
not just you have been taught. It's just something we don't teach in America anywhere anymore.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And you see the parallels with Peculiar Ram's situation where they passed her up. They passed you up.
Hey, when's your next meeting? Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Hey, write this down. Okay.
Okay.
This will blow their mind that you're that prepared. Tell them you'd like to set up a family office, but you'd like the educational behind it to teach your children how to eventually work out of the family office when the time comes.
There we go.
That's what we wanted.
Get
Yeah.
out of my head, Wiley.
They're going to look at you like, what?
Mhm.
I guarantee it, because you're asking things that they already know about, and are going to be able to help as your children get old enough that they can start working out of your family office, be educated enough how that works and how the family structure works, that they can use that family office and those accounts.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Take that with you. Put
Mhm.
that in your back pocket.
And folks, Lady E dropped in the room the link to learn and understand high net worth individuals. And that's from that Wiley shared in the room before. It's right in the room. And we'll share. This will be in the link in the description for those that are listening on YouTube. So folks, just know, you, like Wiley said, you already are high net worth individuals. You have invested in foreign currency. They know that you are high net worth. Just because you haven't exchanged yet and the money's not in your account yet, the way the banks work is they know what you have coming, and they can begin to set things up like you're setting things up with you all now. They're preparing for you all now because they want to be part of your team. So once that money hits your account, once you come to their institution and you exchange that currency and it's in the bank, they want to get moving, rocking and rolling, and getting it working for you.
Because they want to make money. They want you to make money. They want you to be happy, and they want to keep you happy. Think of this. These guys make quite a bit of money per hour. And they've sat with you. Others have sat with Lady Unique many, many times. Time is money to a banker. They know where they're taking you, and they want that business. And you've laid the groundwork to show the seriousness that you guys have. And all of the people have taken these steps. Couldn't be happy for you. I can't be happier for everybody that's done this and everybody who's going to go do this. I encourage you all, get out there, take those steps, do this. You're going to set yourself head and shoulders above everyone else in showing the bank that you're working with, I am the caliber person that you want to be working with. And I know you all are. Let's just get there. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's go build those relationships, because as you continue on your wealth journey, you are going to have many, many, many relationships that are going to build upon relationship and build and build. And one day, I guarantee you, you'll be playing with the big boys where I am.
That's the goal.
And we owe it all to you guys, Wiley, Freedom, the tribe. I mean, you guys showed us this side of life and how to raise the bar. I mean, I can't thank you enough.
You made us not afraid. We weren't afraid going in there because we knew we were prepared, and we knew we're the prize. We're the piece of cake. Yeah.
Cake? What kind?
Cheesecake.
I had to find out just in case. That's awesome.
I truly, and I speak for Lady E and Goldilocks and Freedom Fighter, we truly just want to see you all succeed.
That's it.
We really, really do.
That's it.
Our reward is watching you guys succeed at this.
That's right. That's it.
Thank you for teaching us how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But in the end, I want to teach you guys how that you guys have been the student, have become the teacher, and that you will teach your children, and your children's children will teach their children. Because once you've made it there, It's so easy to make your children millionaires
Mm-hmm.
because you've done it. And you know that when you're at that level, you can easily show them the path. Not hand it to them, but you can show them the path instead of just watching them struggle. But in that, also be good stewards of your environment. Be good stewards to those below you that struggle.
Definitely.
Oh, me.
Right. That's it. That's it.
So, man,
That's awesome. We're
great,
so
great.
proud of you guys. So proud of you.
Yeah.
You guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Love you guys.
We love you as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to open up for some Q&A? I know we got 3 hours while you have more time. But
Yeah, no. Let's, folks got some things. Let's open it up for a little bit. See what people got. Because I think this, you know what, this is worth it. If I have to spend the time, or we spend the time with them, I think it's worth it because I think people need to know their value. And I don't think they understand that their value and where they're adding this and where they're going to be. And if they can elevate themselves to start thinking that way, it's going to change. It's going to change the perceived way of they walk into this stuff.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. I know we had some folks with your hands up earlier, and you had your hands up, and we continued. So if you can raise your hand once again.
I was going to tell you, one of my wealth managers, I showed this room, and he sent me a thing saying, yeah, I said, I'm going to send you all some Christmas gifts. Looks like a few of you need dictionaries and Bibles. And I just laughed. And that's just him ripping me a bit. But, you know, he sees what we're doing for some folks, you know.
Right.
And he loves it. He thinks it's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance to get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.